Listen closely because the story I'm about to tell you, well, it sounds like it was ripped straight out of a horror movie. It involves a place so strange, so unsettling that over half a century, it was a completely dead floating city, a concrete tomb in the middle of the ocean. They call it the Hashima Island, but the residents, they just call it Konkajima, Battleship Island, and it's a place built on unimaginable wealth and a dark secret that the waves have been trying to wash away for decades. This isn't just a tale of an abandoned city. This is the strange, dark and mysterious story of the world's most crowded place becoming its most silent ghost. Let's get into it. Now, if you look at the Hashima Island on a map, you would assume it was a military installation or maybe a fortress. It is a tiny kilometer-long speck of rock off the coast of Nagasaki, Japan. But it looks exactly like an imposing warship sailing through the East China Sea. There is no accident. Every inch of that rock was covered in concrete and it was engineered to squeeze 5,000 people onto a space smaller than 16 hours. This made it, at its peak, the most densely populated place on Earth. Where were people literally stuck on top of each other on this miserable isolated rock? One word, cold. In 1890, the colossal Japanese company Mitsubishi bought the island and found a massive deep sand of coal underneath the ocean floor. And they realized if they were going to get the black gold out, they had to build a self-sustaining city right on top of the mine. So they did. For decades, this place was a futuristic marvel. It had schools, hospitals, and a public bath. And it was all packed tightly into this forbidden sea facing concrete apartment blocks that looked like something a dystopian architect dreamt up. But while the island projected an image of prosperity, the reality beneath the surface was hellish. The work itself was brutal. Temperature in the shafts beneath the sea floor could reach over 100 degrees with near total humidity. But here is where the strange and dark part of this story gets truly ugly. During the World War II, as Japan's demand for coal soared, Mitsubishi stopped relying on voluntary Japanese workers. They began using conscripted laborers, primarily Chinese and Korean men. These first laborers were trapped on this island. They were given terrible food, worked under unimaginable conditions, and any attempt to escape meant certain death in open ocean. Hashima Island for these men was a floating prison, and many thousands perished inside those dark subterranean tunnels. After the war, the forced labor ended, but the mining continued for another 2 decades. Then, in the late 1960s, everything changed. Petroleum replaced coal, and the economic engine of Hashima died. The end came swiftly. In 1974, Mitsubishi officially announced the closure of the mine. Within the few short months, the entire population of 5,000 people vanished. They left behind their furniture, their TV sets, their children's toys, and their secrets. Hashima Island went from the most crowded spot on Earth to the loneliest ghost town in the world, literally overnight. For 35 years, the island was left entirely alone, battered by typhoons and saltwater winds. The buildings, built to last against the sea, began to collapse, creating the eerie and post-apocalyptic ruin we see today. It's a literal time capsule of the entire society just pausing. You can still see the abandoned classrooms and ghostly reminders of lives lived under immense pressure. In the 2000s, the Japanese government started cautiously allowing tours on a small safe section of the island. But even today, most of the island is strictly off limits, deemed too dangerous to walk through. And perhaps for a place built on so much human pain and so many strange secrets, that's exactly how it should stay. A concrete monument to a forgotten story, forever adrift in the quiet ocean. Until next time, stay safe out there. It's your boy UG Benjamin. Do not like this video so it can reach to other people who are interested in it. And if you've not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our uploads. And do not leave your questions in the comment section. See you on my next video.